Hey there, beautiful people. Atal Banda here with another quick video for you guys. I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about the power of the mind. The mind is something that's fascinated me for some time now, and something I talk about pretty regularly. If you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, the handle is @AgoDesignGroup. Again, that's @AgoDesignGroup on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. But if you follow us, you'll see that I've said several times that everything begins in the mind. The power to recreate, the power to create, to develop, everything begins in the mind. And we've got this unlimited capacity to create with our minds that just totally like blows me away, really. When I look at things that we've created as a human race, stuff like, spaceship that can fly someone from here to the moon and back, began in the mind. Airplane that you can load up a couple hundred people in and fly them across the ocean in a couple hours. Again, just completely blows me away. Began in the mind. The incredible medical advances that we've had, things that we can say to people to just really build them up, all begins in the mind. But one thing to consider is, with all that limitless power that we have to create with the mind, we also have to destroy. We look at things that have been created, like bombs or different types of weapons or poisons and stuff like that can be used for destruction. Again, all begins in the mind. Or the things that we say to people to just step on their self-esteem and cause people to commit suicide, stuff like that. Again, all begins in the mind. So I think it's very important to look at both areas of both sides of the spectrum, really. But today I really wanted to address one of the amazing things to me, which might surprise you people why I think it's amazing, but what I like to call the prison cells that we create in our minds that we then choose to live in. Now, this is amazing to me because we all come from different, various experiences, cultural backgrounds, circumstances, situations, and the different things that we experience in our lives cause us to develop various worldviews. And some of our worldviews now become limiting. We look at, things that kind of, we say, because my parents didn't go to college, I'm not going to go to college, or various limiting things that we create now that then have an effect on how we choose to live our lives. Now, this is so amazing to me because it's stuff that we can create so easily, but then they bind us so severely. One thing I like to use as an analogy in terms of how these prison cells work is, take for example someone. A person goes and creates and builds this prison, like a mini Alcatraz, let's just say, with the bars and everything, and then they go and they lock themselves in this prison cell, and now they're living this depressed life, upset that they're living in this prison and looking outside at all the things that other people around are doing and being upset that that's not them, and all the while they've got the key to the cell in their pocket. Now, how crazy does that sound? You build this prison cell and then you choose to live in it. But that's what we all do every day. Mentally, we create these personal prison cells in our mind, and then we choose to live in them. And we look outside at all the people doing the things that we wish we could do, all the things that we want to do, all the things that we hoped we could do, and we think, I can't do that because I'm stuck in this prison. It sounds absurd, doesn't it? But that's exactly what we do, and that's why it just is crazy to me. So the reason I'm making this video is to encourage you to look at your life to see what personal prison cells have you created that you subconsciously are living in, that you've chosen to live in, that you literally have the key to unlock and get yourself out. You have the ability to get out of your prison cell and now start living this life that you so desperately wish to live. What are some of them that you've created? Now, you might be wondering, I can't think of anything. I don't think I'd do that. But one thing that's important that I've noticed is some of the things we believe about ourselves come out in our conversation. The things we say, the way we respond to certain questions, that show just exactly what we believe about who we are. If you've made any kind of limiting statements, then you've probably built some internal, personal prison cells that are limiting your progress. You said stuff like, I could never do that, or I'm not smart enough, or I don't have the patience, I don't have the strength to do that. Or one of my personal favorites is, that's just who I am. That's one of the biggest cop-out statements that we hear all the time. Someone points out some character flaw that you have, and you say, oh, well, that's just who I am. It's not just who you are. You are a masterpiece. You were created to be great. You were created to do good things. So you can't be limiting yourself with your prison cells. So my encouragement for you today is to look at the various areas in your life that you've put limitations on who you are, and you've put limitations on the dreams that you've set out to try to accomplish, and tear down those walls. Take that key out of your pocket, put it in that prison cell door, and set yourself free. And start living the life that you were created to live. Start designing and building the life that you see in your mind's eye, that dream. It's time to get out of the prison cell. I hope this video encourages you and that it helps you take one more step forward towards your dream. Again, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any kind of feedback, any kind of comments that you have are more than appreciated. Again, this is Atawa Bande with Agua Design Group, and I really hope that this day finds you designing your life. God bless.